Hey, Hebrew Day family. My name is Yigal. I am a parent and an ex-student of the Hebrew Day School. I'm here with Rabbi Weiser. Rabbi Weiser, your 43rd year, the Hebrew Day School's 61st year. Tell me how you're still excited after 43 years of walking into school.
So Yigal, you remember first days of school, how I'd be out front greeting kids, welcoming kids off the bus. Just a sense of, wow, we're off and running again. I feel that more profoundly now than ever in the past 43 years I've been doing this. Why? Because kids need more than ever a safe, secure place that they can walk into, they can feel accepted, they can feel at home, they can experience friendships person to person, not through a screen, and they can encounter wisdom. They can learn Torah together. They see teachers teaching them values that are going to last them for a lifetime. And being here with you right now and looking and seeing how the values that we taught you 30 years ago are still precious and still expressed and are still so much a part of who you are, just makes me more convinced than ever that we're off to a great thing this year when classes start August 24th. Welcome aboard.
Amazing. So I went to school 30 plus years ago. What's different between a student 30 years ago than today?
What's profoundly different is the environment that the kids are living in. Kids are convinced that if they want friendship, if they want love, if they want to be understood, they grab a cell phone, they look at a screen, they deal with an anonymous, unknown world out there, and they throw it out there hoping for acceptance, hoping that they're going to make a difference, hoping that it's going to be meaningful for them. So what do we see? We see incredible rates of anxiety, besieging kids. We see kids who feel unmoored. We feel kids struggling to maintain a really good relationship with their own parents because person-to-person communication, standing and talking and connecting and having a friend who you have to work things out with face-to-face is becoming a rare experience. And people can't thrive. They can't grow. They can't make a real contribution to the world unless they learn to live together with people.
I love that. Now, years ago, we were talking about this before. I went to this Entree Leadership Conference. It's one of the top leadership conferences in the world. And they're talking about King David, and they're talking about Psalms and all of this wisdom that I learned at the Hebrew Day School. And the foundation was built for me. So let's talk about the wisdom, the Jewish wisdom, and how it creates success, and the importance of the Jewish foundation for kids today.
Let's talk about wisdom for a second. Wisdom is not a trend. It's not a new idea. It's nothing really works, so let's try something else. Judaism is let's connect to what has worked for thousands of years. And yes, educators, parents, we need to make it relevant. We need to update it. We need to give it a message that communicates heart to heart, person to person. But that message has to be moored in the eternal ideas of what it means to be a good person, what it means to be responsible, what it means to live a meaningful life. And Hebrew Day School graduates from your era, from 10 years before you, from last year, they're telling me all the time how relevant what they learned at Hebrew Day School is, how relevant their Chumash study is, how relevant what they did in social studies is, how it applies to their lives.
Love that. I also have a lot of parents who are friends, and they have kids who graduated, and they always say, Yigal, it was the best decision I've ever made, the best investment I've ever made, because now my kids, my daughters, my sons have a foundation, and they have the conviction within to be able to go out into the real world and be positive, be good people, be a light onto others. And that's what I believe. That's why I'm sending my kids to the Hebrew Day. One of the reasons.
I just saw online the salutatorian of Hilltop High.
Okay.
He spoke on behalf of his class, and all he talked about was his first 9 years of schooling at Hebrew Day School and how he feels it grounded him. And that's why he is as popular, and that's why his voice is as respected in the school, graduating from a public high school in 2023. But it speaks to the relevance, it speaks to the need for us as parents, for us as a Jewish community, to imbue our children with this wisdom and understanding. And it's also essential, fundamental building blocks for wellness, for security, for living your life not depressed, but with hope and with the expectation that my life is going to be meaningful. And again, leadership. You are the president of a synagogue in town.
Yeah.
You've been a leader in so many different ways. You're a leader in your job in the general world. Leadership means that I'm overflowing with a sense of confidence and meaning, and I have what to share with others. It's not only enough to fill my own plate, but I can help fill yours as well.
Right.
That's why we're so proud of young men and women who graduate Hebrew Day, and they quickly become designated as leaders, as spokesmen, as people, go-to people, because they've been given this kind of foundation. And I am thrilled and thankful to be a part of doing that this coming school year for your girls and for each and every boy and girl who comes to Hebrew Day School for this school year.
Love it. 2 more questions and we'll wrap it up. By the way, we'll be doing more of this, Rabbi Weiser and I, coming live to you through video, through the Facebook Live, and through different methods to be able to communicate to the parents in general. Now, let's talk about academics.
Okay.
I know there's some incredible things happening in the academics of the Hebrew Day. Let us know what's going on.
So one major change we're doing is the manner in which we assess learning. We have for years under our accreditation, our highest accreditation with California Association of Independent Schools, we relied on ERB testing, which is once a year. We monitor progress. We see how our kids compare. This new system called MAP testing enables us to test at the beginning, twice during the school year. It gives us much more frequent, updated data and information. What kids are learning well, where we need to improve our program, where our teachers need to focus more on areas that have to be filled in, and where we can accelerate the program even further for those kids who are so capable and so able to achieve way beyond grade level. So I'm very excited about that.
Amazing.
Other areas in curriculum that we're doing is we are, in terms of social studies, we have a program now, a comprehensive program, grade 4 through 8. And as you probably know, teaching social studies, history, a manner of approaching the world is becoming a very divisive national issue. We're not here to represent an ideology. What we're here is to make sure kids feel that they have an understanding of the world that they can build on, not an understanding of the world that makes them put a chip on their shoulder and makes them feel as though I've been a victim. And I'm not making a political commentary here. There's a wholesome approach to teaching kids with technology, with cutting edge approaches to learning, project-based learning, giving kids choices as to what they want to focus on, not just what's written in the textbook. We're doing all that, but we're doing it within the value system that the community has come to understand that Hebrew Day is so strong in preserving and protecting.
Love it. One more question, and then we're going to let everybody go, and we'll let you go. I walked into the Hebrew Day the other day, and there's a lot of updating going on, right? I saw a new room being built. We have the new shade that's up, which is so exciting.
Right.
And there's more and more of that happening little by little, which is an improvement. So when the kids go back to school, the playground's getting some improvement, right?
Absolutely.
The asphalt, and little by little. So thank you very much for another year, Rabbi Weiser, 43 years for leading the school. And for those of you who have questions, please reach out to Rabbi Weiser, reach out to Estelle, reach out to the school. We're here to make the school better, to make our kids leaders in our communities, and to have a good time during the school year. I think that's also important.
And to meet our kids where they are. Believe me, I understand that when you were 14 and you walked into Hebrew Day School, you lived in a different place than the 8th graders coming in for this year who will be our graduates. We're ready, Rabbi Hollander, myself, all the teachers, we're ready to meet them where they stand, but to give them that same sense of security, that sense of hopefulness, and to give them the building blocks to really become people that we're all proud of and who make a major contribution to the Jewish community, to the general community, and to the world around them. And I'm so thrilled. For me, there's no such thing as another school year. There really isn't. I'm looking forward to August 24th. I'm looking forward to interacting with the kids. I'm looking forward to getting to know the parents better. And I'm looking forward to us working closely together. There'll be things that we have to iron out together, and you and I have done that over the years.
Yep.
There'll be things that we disagree about, but we, with goodwill and by interacting person to person, directly, honestly, we can solve everything. And that's the attitude that our kids will leave Hebrew Day School with as well. So thank you very much for the chance to discuss this with you.
Love it. As we say, Chazak Baruch, and as you say, Yasher Koach.
Thank you.
To
very,
another
very much.
incredible, successful year. We'll see you all
Amen.
soon.
Thank you.